Now it's time for what we like to call The World's Gone Mad. Yes, it truly is a world gone mad. Here's former TV host Reid complaining about, you guessed it, white folk.
They can't originally invent anything more than they ever were able to invent good music. We black folk gave y'all country music, hip-hop, R&B, jazz, rock and roll. They couldn't even invent that, but they have to call a white man the king.
Meanwhile, speaking of inventing things, over in Japan, they have come up with a fantastic new way to cut carbon emissions and to get to net zero.
Japan generates electricity using people's footsteps. Tokyo, one of the busiest cities in the world, has installed these special black tiles on pedestrian walkways. Every time someone steps on them, the tiles capture the kinetic energy from footsteps and convert it into electricity, powering the city's future with every step.
Hang on, did the Japanese really invent that scheme? I think not.
By the alien known as Rick, who once gave our world the gift of Google Box technology, which, when stomped on, generates electricity, powering our homes and businesses, improving our daily lives.
Yes, that was the Rick and Morty cartoon series from 9 years ago. Meanwhile, you've got to feel sorry for kids who are saddled with woke left-wing mums. The embarrassment cringe factor can be off the charts. Have a listen as this deranged anti-Trumper woman attacks an immigration agent officer, an ICE officer, even after her poor daughter pleads with her, "No, Mum, no."
Are you ICE garbage? Mom. Who are you? What's your name? Are you ICE? Oh, you don't want me to take a picture of your face? Is that because you're ICE?
Mum, no. I can imagine how that poor girl felt. Still, Mum did get her comeuppance. Wonder if her daughter enjoyed that. Meanwhile, another lefty woke female lawyer decided she could get one over the cops by reminding them, as they were arresting her, that she is an assisting attorney general and that they would regret this. Let's see how that goes down with the cops.
Turn off the body cam, you have to turn it off, and that's your protocol.
She's a lawyer, so she knows.
Well, that's lawyer stuff, so that's not true. So we gotta go.
No, it is. That's law.
I'm an AG. I'm an AG.
Good for you. I don't. Let's go. We're going.
I'm an AG. I'm an AG. I wonder how it worked out for her.
All right. Hey. We just need to take.
I'm an AG. I'm an AG.
Meanwhile, over in Britain, they are now arresting young men for chanting, "We love bacon."
We love bacon! Why? Because I like bacon.
Yes, let's arrest those dreadful anti-pro-Palestinian protesters. Shocking stuff. Back here in Australia, our very own Greta Thunberg, the fragrant Clementine Ford. Was she and Greta separated at birth? Happily hopped on the pro-Palestinian bandwagon, but not before establishing her credentials.
As you may know, the Australian Weekend magazine recently declared me to be the face of hate in Australia. And I can't tell you how absolutely proud I am to be considered as such.
Clementine's shtick is to conflate two entirely separate political slogans, the pro-Palestinian from the river to the sea, deeply offensive, and the Australian First Nations, always was, always will be, into a single, nifty, one-size-fits-all woke slogan.
So that the people of Palestine can live in the shelter of each other, from their river to their sea, as always was, as always will be.
Mind you, I've always thought the one thing missing from Clementine Ford's rather uninspired rantings is a frying pan. I mean, everybody knows if you're serious about Palestine, you always bring a frying pan. Hope she hadn't fried any bacon. As for this woman, I think she might be onto something here. I think she may have just invented the protest song.
There's people starving, children dying in this madness, and politicians funding wars with people's taxes.
Oh, sorry, dear. Unfortunately, they were doing protest songs 60 years ago. And back in those days, people actually knew the words and sang along.
1, 2, 3, Rotary, right and four. Don't ask me, I don't give a damn. Louder! Vietnam. And it's 5, 6, 7, over a pearly gates. Well, I ain't no time to wonder why. What the hell on a dime?
And it's 1, 2, 3. Meanwhile, in Washington, D.C., President Trump this week hosted all the European leaders, my favourite of whom, as of course you know, is Italy's Giorgia Meloni. The high point for me was when Keir Starmer waffled on for a seeming eternity, managing to say absolutely nothing. He should have been at the talk at Jim Chalmers' round table. But just watch how both Meloni and Trump struggle to hide their absolute boredom.
Mr. Prime Minister. Thank you very much, Mr. President, and thank you for hosting us here. Can I start where Emmanuel started, which is we all want peace. The war in Ukraine has had a huge impact, particularly on the Ukrainians who've borne the brunt of it. Fits with what we've been doing with the Coalition of the Willing, which we started some months ago, bringing countries together and showing that we were prepared to step up to the plate when it came to security. With you coming alongside, because I think if we can ensure that that is the progress out of this meeting, both security guarantees and some sort of progress on trilateral meeting, I think today will be seen as a very important day in recent years in relation to a conflict which has gone on for 3 and a bit years.
I imagine both Meloni and indeed Trump, probably everyone in the room, was thinking, well, this.
And by the way, you know, when you're telling these little stories, here's a good idea. Have a point. It makes it so much more interesting for the listener.
Mind you, the presence of so many characters together in the White House has certainly given the AI satirists plenty to play with. Given the defamation case launched by the Macrons against Candace Owens, one couldn't help but chuckle at this AI satire.
I would like to begin by clarifying a situation that happened not so long ago, where my wife, Brigitte, slapped me like a French little inside the plane. As a couple, we have our problems. See, we started dating when she was 39 years old. I was only 13 at the time. I didn't have a girlfriend or a boyfriend. And when I met Jean-Michel, he was a sweet man. I mean, woman. I mean, Brigitte.
Very funny. AI is certainly leading the world in satire, if nothing else. And there was plenty more. Like the gag that if Elon Musk and Giorgia Meloni ever got together, they could call their daughter Eloni Meloni. But this post was perhaps the most poignant of them all, simply showing 2 genuine photos side by side. The first one was this photo from Donald Trump's first term in office, which was much remarked upon at the time. It's an amazing photo of Angela Merkel and all the European leaders leaning aggressively over Donald Trump as if he was a naughty little schoolboy. Contrast that picture with this picture. And what a difference a term of Biden makes. Now it's all the European leaders sitting around Donald Trump. He's the headmaster, and they're the squirming school kids. Extraordinary. And speaking of girls taking it to the streets, here's my favourite non-TDS protester of the week, this wonderful girl from Alaska.
Whenever there's an opportunity for a world leader to come to your state, you're extremely grateful and excited, no matter who it is. The fact that it's President Donald J. Trump, who I cast my vote for both times, I'm extremely excited that he's here.
We need more girls like her, and you have to feel more than a twinge of sympathy for this young lady who drove miles and miles to go to her LGBT plus festival, but the organisers would not let her in because she's got dreadlocks in her hair, and that means cultural appropriation.
They won't. I'm filming right now, but they won't let me in because I have dreadlocks.
They what?
They won't let me in because I have dreadlocks, and they're trying to show me that this way.
To them that we have a cultural appropriation policy.
I'm Celtic.
Policy, we will not let
Celtic people have dreadlocks.
Talk about the revolution turning on itself. Meanwhile, these girls might have come up with a novel way, I guess, to save the planet by having fewer farting horses running around our city streets. Nice try, but not original, girls. It's been done before by Monty Python. Meanwhile, in Britain, the police don't bother arresting noisy activists and protesters because they're far too busy doing other, much more important police work. And finally, talking about inventing things, the Germans have invented a brand new competitive sport. And the beauty of it is you can practice in any suburban car park.
Bleibt also bei dieser Führung.
Now that's a sport that could catch on here. After all, thanks to Bowen, Chalmers and Albo, there's no shortage of Aussies pushing around empty shopping trolleys. Yes, it truly is a world gone mad and broke.